Hi there, my name is Denise. I'm a stylist for Color Street, and I'm going to be doing my press-on application in this video, and then I've got my mani after that, and then my makeup after that. Or I might do makeup first and then my mani. But anyway, press-ons now. This is the glue that I use. It is Nail Bond in the pink bottle. I got it at Maniology. I think pretty sure that's where I can get it. And the press-ons that I'm using look like this, but I bought them years ago, like a long, long time ago. They came in a little thing by this company, MacArt. But when I go and I look for these, I can't find them anymore. But there's a million kind of press-ons you can find. So if you're ready to jump into press-ons, that's the way to go. And I do have a glue remover that I use. It's called Gallon. I'm not sure how to pronounce it. This stuff does work. The problem is that you have to let it set long enough. And what I did, in my infinite wisdom, is I started to try and pry them up, because you spray it on there, and then you get a little wood stick or your nail pusher, and you just go in on the side of your nail, and it'll start to come up. But if you don't use enough, or if you don't wait long enough, you will take up part of your nail. And I did that on a few of my nails. And my thumb, this thumb right here, is angry. I don't know why, but I'm going to be babying my thumbs for a little while. I'll show you this way. Hang on. Let's do it like this instead. And it should have enough light. Let me close the glue back up. Can you see what is happening? It looks like creases in paper way down by my cuticle, and I have no idea where that came from. I don't know. And my actual cuticles are sticking, but maybe I need to get cuticle remover. I don't really know. But what I usually do is very gently with my pusher, I just go and try to, of course I've got this stuff on there, but for some reason they're just sticky. My cuticles, this one I finally got, and you can see I had to, I don't know. I'm not sure what's going on. But what I'm going to be doing, I'm going to be hanging with the press-ons for a little while until I, get them back into better shape. Somehow, I don't know how, but both of my pinkies and my ring on my right hand, they have escaped the need for press-ons. The reason why I started doing press-ons to begin with is because my nails were peeling like mad, and I don't know why these three are not. These three are fine, and the rest of them just started to peel. This one doesn't have any more peel, really. This one, these two, you can see where they're peeling. This one is still peeling. And I figured if I put the press-ons on, that it would be like a layer of protection, and that the nail could continue to grow underneath there and get, into better shape so it's not peeling anymore. And that theory did work until I did the thing with the glue where I tried too hard to take the glue off. And it destroyed a couple of them. So I have to just wait till they grow out and just, be patient and baby them as much as I can. So this is what I'm doing. The glue remover does work, though, if you don't do the thing I did and mess them up. So anyhow, this is it. That's your press-on right there. And I'm telling you, this stuff, my press-ons last weeks. The last ones that I had them on for over 2 weeks. And then I had to replace one. I had to take off the, come on, I want a little bit more on that one. Sometimes they last longer than other times. But I'm just a big fan of them because they make for a smooth application with your nail strips. And your own nails are still under there. So this is my nail saga. Looks like I might need a little more glue. Nah, I don't know if I can get it under there. But I'm going to cut these down a little because they're just so long. And I still want to put on the rest of my other ones. And these get in the way of being able to just pick other things up. Oh, yeah, this was right the first time. And it was 90 degrees here in LA yesterday. And apparently we're going to get a bunch of rain in the next several days. So I don't know what's going on with our weather. But there we go. Oops, that one went flying. Okay. Now my index are smaller. Stand up. Thank you. And you can kind of just see how the glue, I mean, you just put a dot a little bit on the nail. Easy peasy. Is this the small one? No, this is a small one. I'm going to try and not cover it as I put it on this time so you can see better. And then the glue just kind of spreads underneath there. And you just, oops, nope, come on now. And the way that these are shaped, I can really see it with my thumbs, that there's this empty space right here that is not covered by the shape of the press-on. So with that, you just kind of fudge it. And once your polish is on, nobody's going to notice anyway. You're going to notice, but that's fine, whatever. Good. And the file that I like to use to trim these down is the one that Color Street has. It's the black file. And I know I'm cutting these down quite a bit, but I don't like having super long nails. Where's my black file? There it is. This one. It's the one that has the Tokyo lights on the other side. This is super rough. I thought I had another black one too. It's just not the color, the Tokyo lights one. But you need a really super strong file to really trim these down. All right, next, middle. Maybe you could see better with that one how the glue just kind of spreads underneath there when you press it on there. Good. Sometimes I can feel like this area underneath the nail, so you have to kind of like press it back like that so that you don't have glue like between your nail and your skin. So just give it a little zhuzh. Oh, wrong hand, hang on. And it helps if you hold it upside down when you put the glue on, and then you just have to turn it over and put it on there. Feels a little awkward at first, but good. I just opened my window right here by where I'm sitting. It sounds like trash day. Dang it. Can't I just film in peace? It's either big trucks or gardeners making the noise. And I've also started watching a lady, her name is Jessica, and the name of her channel, it's called Aggressive Tutorials. And she reminds me, I'm old. I remember when Roseanne first started, she was the one who coined the phrase domestic goddess. And she started as a stand-up comedian just doing her shtick about like being a mom and being, oh yeah, they're right outside my window now. Dang it. Anyhow, she reminds me of Roseanne when Roseanne first started out. because she's in her kitchen and she's a big woman like me, and she's got short curly hair and 2 kids and a husband. And she's like, today we're going to make quesadillas with spaghetti because that's what I have in my refrigerator. I don't care. Do what you want. But this is what I'm making. In my pot, I have my spaghetti. Oops, I just messed that one up. Oh, no. Shoot. I feel like I want to close my window, but they won't be out there for that long. All right, I just fixed that one. Anyhow, now I'm going to file. You don't need to watch me file. You know how to file and shape your nails. Anyhow, so she's over there. I'm going to make spaghetti with quesadillas because it's what I have in my fridge. And we haven't gone shopping, and I'm too busy to go shopping, and we have an entire freezer full of food. So this is what I'm making. In my pot, I'm going to put my spaghetti about plop, this much. Make however much you want. This is what I'm making. I don't care what you do. This is what I'm doing. And she's got this shtick of just being, you know, kind of loud and aggressive. And I guess that just became her thing. And people are like, why are you so aggressive? Because it's aggressive tutorials. Why else? And she throws everything in her pot. And she's just so funny. Making a mess on your counter is required. And she'll like open a jar with her face. Making the face is required. But aggressive tutorials, she's hilarious. I think everybody should watch her. If you're a mom or a dad with kids, watch, because she's funny. Is this file strong enough? Oh wait, maybe this one instead. All right, hold on. You know, you might as well watch while I do this. In the beginning, I don't even bother with the shaping. I'm just trying to get rid of as much material at first. And go up a little. That's better. And I don't want them too long. I want them to be just like past the end of my finger. I want them to be about as long as this one is. And what I'm also doing in my makeup bag is I have a few extras, and then I throw my glue in here and I take it with me. Just in case. You never know when you're gonna need it, so I just bring it with. And where is my other super thick file? Just have to keep fine-tuning it. Get it to where you want. Good. I might shorten that a little. Wait, do I have another one up in here? No? What about up in here? Oops. Oh, man. Oh, I do. This is the file I was talking about. The one that... No, this is not it. All right, it's fine. It'll just take me a couple extra minutes to finish this. But that's basically what it is. Find your press-ons. And it's also important to know your nail shape and the curvature like this. They call this the C curve. Is this the correct for the letter C? Hold on. When you look at your nail this way, it's the letter C. Can you see how your nail is curved? They call that the C curve. And when I've gotten a couple of other kinds of press-ons. Hang on, let me show you what I'm talking about here with the curve. This kind that I got are way too, oh God, my nails are too long. How do women with super long nails do it? This kind right here, see how much that has a curve? How domed it is? Let me get it against a black background, maybe. It's super domed. And when I put it over my own nail, it's way too curvy, and it doesn't, the glue doesn't stick because there's air in between there because my nails are more flat than the shape of this. So if you're going to go online and look for a press-on, notice, oh, I had 2 layered. That's probably why it was harder. Notice how curved the top of it is. You can probably see it much better now. It's super curvy on the top. And when I put it over my own nail, there's too much of a curve. So if you notice that the nails are super rounded like that, try to find some that are flatter. And you can notice if you know what to look for. You'll be able to find the right shape for your nail. And, you know, that's my best advice if you're going to jump into press-ons, is make sure you're getting the right, well, you just saw me put mine on, so you know what I'm talking about. These that I did put on are a lot flatter. They're not as rounded, domey, I guess. Domey, do, re, mi. You know I was going to go there. Actually, I was just talking about The Sound of Music with my boyfriend last night because it's one of my favorite movies growing up in the 60s. In Van Nuys, up in the valley is where I grew up. And my mom and dad loved movies. My dad worked at the studios. And we would go as often as we were able, you know, money-wise, even though it only cost like a dime or something to get in. But everything was cheaper then, so we would go and see the movies. And The Sound of Music was one of our favorites. And there were 4 of us siblings. I'm the youngest of 4. And my oldest sister loved the song Edelweiss. She would just swoon every time that he sang it. It was such a pretty song. So that was her song. And then my sister Diane loved 16 Going on 17. That was her song. I need to trim these down a little bit more. Hang on. And I won't have to file so darn much. Yeah, why don't you just trim them shorter? Yeah, that's the ticket. My song was Do Re Mi, which is where that just came from. And my brother absolutely loved Climb Every Mountain. It got him every time. It was his song. So each one of us had like our song in the movie. And so that's where Do-mi. Do-re-mi. Julie Andrews. She's so amazing. I've absolutely loved her ever since then. Mary Poppins too. I think when I was 8 or 9, I was Mary Poppins for Halloween. Yeah, these look good. Now what I want to decide is if I want to make them more rounded like my middle or just square it off a little like the other 2. Yeah. Okay, mo better. Yeah, Dick Van Dyke. Oh my God, I had such a mad crush on him. Mary Poppins. Because you could watch the 2 of them interact and you knew that he was smitten with Mary and Bert. But apparently, if you've seen the movie Finding Mr. Banks, is that the one? Yeah, that is the one. Tom Hanks portrayed Walt Disney and Emma Thompson portrayed P.L. Travers, who is the author of Mary Poppins. And P.L. Travers was adamant that there be no romance. This was not to be made into a romantic movie. And she was also even more adamant that this is not... Somebody just texted me. I'm going it away. Adamant that this was not going to be animated. She wanted this not to become a cartoon. So what happened in the movie? She got what she wanted with no romance between Bert and Mary. Because there was never any, sparks or anything like that. They didn't do any hand-holding or, no kissing. This was not a kissing movie. But penguins, horses, the carriages... They went to the fair, and all of that. So there was a bit of animation in this movie. But, I mean, you could see every time Dick Van Dyke looked at her, you could tell he was just absolutely smitten. Love, love, love. So, I guess I'm going to tell you another celebrity story. I might as well. Getting done with my thumb here. Almost done. When I was working at... I don't know if I talked about Dick Van Dyke before, but I met him, actually. Took a package to his house. And he lives in a little enclave, a little gated area in Malibu. And his house is fine. Thank God. The area where he lives escaped the fires. I don't know how, but they did. And I know this because after the fires, I live and work in LA. We are a company town. And the company is the entertainment industry. Everybody here is in the entertainment industry, whether they know it or not. Because entertainment is what drives LA. And so I picked up a guy that was, I think he worked for one of the agencies. I can't remember in what capacity he was in the biz. But somehow Dick Van Dyke got entered into the conversation and he said, oh, yeah, he's a wonderful human. And I said, I know, I actually, I went to his house once and dropped off a package for him, and oh my God, oh holy crap! I hope that he didn't lose his house. And he said, "Oh no, he's fine." And I went, "Really?" I lost it. I went, "Oh my God, I'm so happy to hear that. Give me a minute." And I'm driving, and it's like, but I really did kind of lose it for a second there because I was so happy that he didn't lose his house. The guy's 95. How do you rebuild when you're 95 or even 80, like my friend's mom and dad? And they're actually, they're doing okay. Their lot has been cleared, and I'm not sure what the status is if they're going to rebuild or not, but I will very likely, hopefully be seeing my friend this weekend. But Dick Van Dyke, oh, ow, shoot. I just jammed the file onto my thumb where it hurts. I'm just going like this, and I missed the file, and it hit the cuticle area. Please don't bleed on me. Dick Van Dyke. So his house is fine. Years and years ago, I was working at Sony, the big fat movie studio that was formerly MGM, but is now Sony, or has been Sony. And I was a driver for them, taking packages around. And it was usually a script or a movie or checks, any kind of production equipment that didn't require a large truck, because I was in a smaller vehicle. And they probably had 15 or 20 of us taking stuff around all day to all of the studios and all of the, offices and whatnot. Quick sidebar. Every time I hear the word whatnot or say the word whatnot, have you guys seen Sling Blade with Billy Bob Thornton? Whatnot. Oh my God. Some people just need killing. Oh man. I don't know where all this stuff comes from in my head. Tell me you've seen Sling Blade, please. And that I'm not the only one. So, anywho. I would be taking around all this different stuff, different items. And one day, the way that it worked out was we would be in the office, and it was in one of the trailers on the lot. And I would get the alert in my phone, which this was a Motorola phone back in the day, like all this new technology. Wow, it had a walkie-talkie in it. Awesome. And it had this internet thing, interwebs. So we would get all of our runs, the places that we were going to, which were usually in a line. So they called that a run. And we would get the run, and we would write it down on our sheet, and then go into the office, hit the cubbies, make sure that everything matched, and then head out. Let the dispatcher know we were leaving. So one day, I'm chilling over there, waiting for my next run. And it comes onto the phone, and I look, and it's like one one package going like Culver City area nearby, another one going to Santa Monica, and then another one going to like the Palisades and then Malibu. And I'm writing everything down and I see the name Van Dyke and I'm like, oh, shut up. That's not him. It's someone else. Whatever. Because everything is abbreviated in the phone and I'm just writing it down, and I saw the address and go over to the cubby and I pick the package up and the name on the envelope is Dick Van fucking Dyke. And I'm like, are you kidding me? Just, okay. I'm not going to get excited. He's not going to be there. They're never there. He's not going to be home. It'll be someone. It'll be an assistant, whatever. It's fine. But I'm trying to not just go, you know. So I'm, you know, get the package, start the drive in the car. And it's taken, between Santa Monica and the Palisades in Malibu, it's going to take me a solid hour and a half to get up there because I'm going to be making stops along the way at these other places. And every 5 minutes, I swear to God, I'm in my mirror checking, you know, in my mirror. And I'm like, you're not going to be there for a freaking hour. What are you doing? Oh my God. But it's like, I'm going to see Dick Van Dyke. Maybe. Shut up. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. So I dropped the packages, trying to not break the speed barrier to get up to the house. And I get to the enclave and you have to be buzzed in. So I'm at the gate and the phone rings and very pleasant lady answers the phone. Hi, package for Mr. Van Dyke. I didn't say it that way, but I wanted to. Package for Mr. Van Dyke. Oh, okay. Come on in, honey. And I'm like, oh, she's nice. I hate her. Kidding. So I go into the enclave and it's really beautiful wooded area with little, like, the streets were like 1 lane wide, basically. There's barely enough room for like 2 cars to pass each other on these little streets, but it's wooded and it's shady and it smelled amazing. Everybody had, you know, flowering plants everywhere. And it was just a beautiful setting. Hey, if I could afford to live anywhere, that's where I'd want to be. So I follow the thing and I find the house and I get out of the house and there's a large, like, across the entire front of the house, there's like a porch, brick, I think. Might have been wood. But there's also like a very nicely wrought iron fence, like a gate. And I'm outside and I'm like looking for the doorbell, but I can't get to the doorbell because the door I can't get through. And I'm thinking to myself, oh my God, they know you're here. Okay. They will come out. You don't need to ring the freaking doorbell. What is wrong with you? What's wrong with me is I'm going to be Dick Van Dyke. A couple seconds later, the door opens and out trots a cute little terrier, cute little dog. And I want to pet the dog immediately because that's what I do. A dog, oh my God. I forgot that I'm even there for Dick Van Dyke. And I'm like getting ready to lean down for the dog. And then out the door with a dish towel over his shoulder is Dick Van Dyke. And I'm like, hello. And he says, hi, how are you? And he's got a big smile on his face. And he's, what do you got? And I'm like, here. And I hand him the package. And I have to get proof of delivery for every package I deliver. I have to get a signature, or if no one's home, I have to get permission to leave it at the door. I can't just leave it at a door without permission, because sometimes these are sensitive items. Sometimes it's a big, huge check or whatever. So you can't just dump a package anywhere. So fortunately, he was willing to sign my sheet. And I'm thinking to myself, I need to frame this. But I can't because I turn it in at the end of every day. Damn it. So he signs my paper, and I never get like this ever. I always can say whatever is in my head. And I'm thinking to myself, oh my God, don't do it. Because usually I don't give a litany of why I love somebody when I meet them. I just, ask if I can shake their hand and have a nice day. That's it. because they're busy. They don't want to be bothered. They don't need to know that you've loved them for your entire life. They don't need a list of everything you've seen them in. All they want to do is, nice to meet you. Thank you. Glad you're a fan. It's why I do it. Have a nice day, and leave. So, oh my God, this is 30 minutes. I did the thing though. Mr. Van Dyke, can I just shake your hand? Oh my God, I can't believe I'm meeting you. This is such a pleasure. How is your day? I've loved you since I can remember. I've loved Mary Poppins. Oh my God, I was Mary Poppins when I was 8 years old. Blah, just blah. And he's standing there smiling, and he shook my hand, and he actually asked me my name, okay? Dick Van Dyke wanted to know my name. Beyond, just beyond. So we shook hands, and it was just, I'll never forget it. And I told him, I said, I'm never going to forget this. I can't believe I'm meeting you, and I'm just hoping you're having a good day. Oh yeah, it's a wonderful day, and it's nice sunny. And we just had small talk for a minute, and he was just such a sweetheart. I'm sure the last thing he wanted to do was stand there and talk to me, but he made me feel like I was a reason. You know, it's like, well, we're here, so why not just talk for a minute? And it was just like, best day ever. And I think that's probably the thing I missed the most about doing that job. But when they had the writer's strike back in 07, 08, I got laid off. So life goes on, and now I'm a driver girl and a nail girl. All right, the press-ons are ready. I think they look dry, but you have to have dry nails I can't use any oil until after I put the polish on. So, all right, I'm gonna finish this and get ready to do my makeup and then my mani. So I'll be back in a minute with a different video, but same everything on. All right, bye. Oh, why do I keep missing that? Here it is. Okay.